then again
No,
open it. Firstly close it, then again open it.
now am I not visible, ma'am?
No, you aren't visible to me. So firstly close your camera, then again open it.
Okay, now, ma'am.
Yeah, now it is okay. So is I visible and audible to you?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, very visible and audible.
Yeah, so good morning. Good
Yeah, very good
morning.
morning. Very good morning. Thank you for asking. How are you,
Yeah,
ma'am?
so how are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing
Uh,
great. And what's about you?
yeah, I am also doing well, ma'am. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, so we are meeting first time. So can I know something about you?
Yeah, definitely, ma'am. Sure. My name is Sangappa. I'm connecting you from Bangalore, which is in Karnataka. And if I talk about my qualification, I have done diploma and come to my profession. I'm working in a government sector for past 15 years. And coming to my hobbies, I love to read newspaper, watching YouTuber conversations and English contents. And nowadays, I have one more hobby is that I talk to people. Because nowadays English is very important, so that's what I have been learning English for 3 months. So this is my new hobby. That's all about me, man.
Yeah, that's very fantastic. So may I introduce myself now?
Yeah, sure, man.
Okay, so my name is Sunidhi Kumari. I am from Jharkhand. As I'm studying class 9, I have 5 members in my family and I have 3 siblings, one me and 2 of my brothers. I'm hobbies to learn English language and to learn something new. That's all about me.
Yeah, fantastic introduction, ma'am. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me, ma'am.
Yeah, so I just wanted to ask some question to related with the English language that English nowadays it is spreading in all over the world. So what do you think about it? That why it is spreading and why English is very important for us nowadays?
Yes, yes, absolutely, you are right, ma'am. Because nowadays is yeah, English is very, very important because English is a global language. Everyone wanted to speak English because without English, no one can survive in this era. So that's why every parents they want to send their kids to English medium school because earlier there's this this type of system what not there. Every states they were always sending their kids to government school and they were sending and they were always wanted to teach their kids in their native language. But nowadays English is very very important because if you go every if I want to go in other states, for example, I am from Karnataka, you don't know my language, you are from Jharkhand, I don't know your language. Now we are connecting each other. So we can easily share our thoughts and some other things. So suppose, sometimes if I want to go for, cities and higher, malls, hospitals, everyone can speak English. So that's what nowadays English is very, very important. One more thing is that if you want to get a job, in the private sector every in the company or industries they always take into in english medium english language only. If you don't know english you cannot able to get the job. So that's why english is very very important and according to me, ma'am.
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right that I agree with the point. English is very, very important nowadays, and it has also become a common language for everybody. They should also know
Yes,
English language because if we also want to connect to the peoples, then English is only the language through which we can easily connect to the peoples. Like if we go to the southern places where we can find they're speaking their native language as you are from the Karnataka. So you are knowing
yes,
your native language, I'm also knowing my native language. So it is
yes,
not possible that we have to learn the whole languages whatever the in the world exists. See, it is not a possible. So English is only the common language through which we can easily connect to the peoples. If we want to connect to the people globally, then English is only the language. Like if we also wanted to connect to the peoples, like a foreigner peoples, if we go to the other
mm,
countries, then English is only the language through which we
yes,
can easily connect. And we can also
yes,
see that at the international level, the interview or the presentation, they're given through the English language only. So that's why I just think nowadays everywhere we are finding English language only, and it has become a very, very important and crucial language for everyone. And we can also say for the higher job also. English is
yes,
on the only the language through which we can easily speak very well, and we should learn English language because we have also seen earlier time like earlier people they were not aware of the English language. those thinking that I'm only comfortable in my native language, it is okay. But as I think that nowadays all the people they're so much eager and curious to learn English language. Like in the rural areas, we can also find earlier people they were not aware about the English language, but nowadays in the rural areas also the people they are aware about the English language. They are knowing English language. They're curious to learn because everywhere we are finding English language. If we will know English language, then only we can survive in this era. So that's why English is very very important for us for the higher studies also. Like if we go to the 11th 12th or whatever we are doing anything, so nowadays English is very very important.
Yes, yes, absolutely, you are right, ma'am. Absolutely.
Yeah, so as you have also mentioned that why English is important, in that you have mentioned that sending in the English medium schools, if we will send the children to the English medium school, then only they can learn English language. Do you think that if we are sending to the English medium school, it is necessary that they are speaking English, they are speaking English language? Do you think about it?
Yeah, ma'am, but according to me, um many parents they want to send English medium school their kids, but sometimes teachers I guess they are not speaking English because they are not understanding, they are not catching teachers points students. So sometimes they are speaking, sometimes they are not speaking, but practice is very very important. So we have to create environment as a parent. So we have to create environment as much as possible. We have to try to teach them, so by practice they can also learn. But it's very easy for learning nowadays for the kids, because earlier days this type of facility were not there. Nowadays we have a lot of tools, a lot of applications are there. So nowadays we have a smartphone, internet facilities there. So nowadays we can easily learn and easily you can teach to our kids. So and they are always they have environment English language in the school and colleges everywhere. If once they enter into the my home and neighbors, so if we have a learned English, we can easily speak to our kids, they can easily learn. Yeah, it's a good thing, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. That we can easily find a lots of things in the social media through which we can easily learn English language. Like nowadays, there are so many applications available in the social media through which we can easily practice English language and can learn English language like a Skype, Camly, and there are lots of
Yeah.
applications through which we can easily practice English language. And people they are so much learning English language through the social media nowadays because in the school
Yes.
what they like. Yeah, they because in the school they are practicing. We are not able to practice English language. It is only the like that we have to talk in the one or two sentences. It's enough. But we
Hmm.
have to practice a lot. After that, only we can speak English language. We can learn English language.
Yes. And people nowadays, always they have wanted a result, immediate result, but it cannot come. It takes a lot of time to practice. Consistency is very, very important. We have a separate native language, right? English is a second language. So if we learn our native language also, we have taken around 2 to 3 years. So how can we learn this language instantly? So it takes a lot of time, and this language has so many new vocabularies, and their particular grammar system is there. So we want to aware of that. We have to speak continuously, interact with the people, so we can many people use different kinds of accents, different kinds of vocabulary. So by speaking automatically we can grab that. So it's easy, and but hard work is required to learn this language. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, you are right that it is not like a magical things that
Yes,
we are practicing now only and we will learn definitely gonna to speak English language in 1 to 2 days. It is not like that. It will practice more and more. After that, we can be easily overcome of the hesitation and can speak with a confident English language. Like I've also speak English language since 7 to 8 months. So that's why I'm able to speak English language. Because in this because English is just a language. If we will practice more
mm,
and more, then only we can easily able to speak very well English language with a confident English language.
yes, yes. And one more thing is that no, here there are so many systems are there. Learning, writing, reading, and listening. Everything is important. Only we cannot learn by speaking only. So because sometimes we are fumbling. So why we are fumbling without we don't have a vocabulary. That time we are fumbling, and sometimes we are fearing because we don't have that much of confidence. Why confidence we don't have? Because of the lack of vocabulary, right? So by reading and speaking and by listening so many English contents nowadays we have like you English movies, stand-up comedies, everything will be available in the social media. So we have to watch that. By we have to grab this new things, vocabularies, everything. So by practicing, automatically we can get a more confidence. We are not fumbling. So we will overcome from the fearness. Yeah. So we have
Yes,
to
yes, you
practice
are
more and
right.
more. Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes. For practicing, we can also see a lots of things they are available at. We can also practice at our home. Like we will follow the LSRW through which we can easily practice English language very well. Like the beginners one, if they will start the learning English language or to speak English language, they should follow the LSRW because after like if they will follow, then only they can be confident in the English language firstly. So that's why
Mm,
like we can say that we have to listen anything, whatever the story books or in the
mm,
phone also we can see in the social media there are available so many English stories, cartoon. So that's why we have to listen all those things and we have to speak in front of mirror and camera because facing in front of mirror and camera is very very important for us
mm,
because everybody they can easily speak in the audio call. It is comfortable for everybody. But talking about the video calls, nobody can like most of the people they are failing in talking the video calls. They just think hesitations and the
yes.
like so many words they are not coming in their mind. So that's why I just think that video call, talking in the video call is very, very important for us. They should talk in the video call. Or
Mm,
they should also like if they are not getting video call, so they should also can practice in the front of mirror. They can easily speak in front of mirror if they are not getting the video calls. And we can also say like that like reading book is also important, writing and all those things are very, very necessary for us for the beginners one. And after
yes.
practicing all those things, like if we are comfortable in the speaking English language little bit,
Mm,
then we can easily practice English language by doing the conversation. It is not necessary that whole day we have to do the LSRW, we have to follow the
mm,
tips like that. It is not
yes.
necessary. If we have comfortable in the English language, then we can easily practice English language with the conversation, English conversation.
Yes, you are right, ma'am. But I want to ask one question for a beginner. While you are in a beginner time, you don't have that much of vocabulary, right?
Yeah.
So how can you practice in front of the mirror without vocabulary? How can you practice? Can you explain for the beginners?
Yeah. It is not talking about only the vocabulary. Like if we are also like I was also a beginners at that time. I was not
Mm,
knowing anything about the English language. So that's why I was thinking about English language. Whatever I was knowing, I was expressing all those things. Like
mm,
if I am also I'm if I am also making mistakes in the sentences, I will expressing all those things. I was doing like this only because if we are speaking also we should think in ourselves that we are speaking correct because after practice a lot only we can easily speak gonna to speak very well English language. So talking about the vocabulary, it is not like that people they are not knowing anything about the vocabulary. They should know,
mm,
they are knowing, like they are also studying from since the childhood, so they are knowing little bit vocabulary. It is not like that. After a lots of practice they can easily be speak with a confident English language.
yes, yes, you are right. But nowadays, now students have already learning English in the school. But what I am asking that for the elders, they have a little bit vocabularies. So if I want to speak in front of the mirror, that much of, I don't know how to make a frame sentence and I don't know how much of many new vocabulary. So if I want to come in front of
Yeah,
the
so for
mirror,
that, yeah.
mm,
Yeah, so for that, firstly we have to go through the grammar part because grammar, learning the
yes,
grammar is also very, very necessary.
yes, yes,
Because
yes,
if we are also speaking English language, then grammar is the backbone of the English language through which we are able to speak English language. So if our grammar is not well, then how we can speak English language? So that's why
yes,
grammatical rules is very, very important for us. Like I'm not saying whole grammar is important, but the basic part of the grammar is very, very necessary for us for speaking English language, that where we have to use the appropriate verb, appropriate sentences, like this type of things is very, very necessary. We can also say that the beginners one, when they start to speak English language, they can easily first they will start from the like introduction part, how they can give the introduction.
yes,
So like
yes,
yeah, for that only the grammar is very, very necessary for us, and we should learn the grammar. Most of the people they are telling that grammar is not
yes,
necessary
yes.
and essential for the speaking English language. But I would suggest that grammar is very, very important for speaking English language. It is the backbone of the English language. But I am also suggesting that whole grammar is not very important, but the basic part of the grammar is very, very important. And like tenses, verb, this type of things is very, very important. After that, the people they can learn English language, they can practice English language by forming the sentences.
Yes, yes, exactly. You're right, ma'am. Because if you want to build a building, the foundation is very very important. Without foundation, how can we build the building, right? So like that in
Yeah,
this
yeah.
language, the basic foundation. I mean, grammar. Basic grammar is important. Without a basic grammar, we cannot able to frame the sentences, right? So basics is very very important. So once we learn the basics, we can start to learn something, and we have to follow LSRW. And the thing is that
Yes,
we
yes.
were nowadays we have a lot of platforms. We can get easily partners to practice, so we can easily learn within 3 to 4 months. But it's not possible. We cannot. I cannot accept within 3 months, 4 months. We learn English. So it takes a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
times. By gradually we can learn. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. I agree with the point. Yeah, so as I
Yes.
think we have covered all those things, so shall we end our session?
Yeah, ma'am. No problem.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much.